once we log into Nusuk, inshallah, you'll be able to see this page. And then basically what we are going to walk you through right now is the website on the packages and what's happening on the packages. But just generally speaking, brothers and sisters, just to start with, I wanted to let you know that, again, this is only view only. Again, this is all view only. No worries, no reason to be anxious or stressed at this time. There's nothing that you can purchase. So anyone that says they can purchase something or they see something that they can purchase, they cannot. This is something that is view only. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the packages that have been published. As you know, February 25th, yesterday, there was 199 packages that were posted, mostly standard and premium. And then they added, I believe, about another 37 at this time. Yesterday, the ceiling was at 39,000, and then they increased it a little bit to 45,000 for the package. Remember that, yes, there's some confusion when you see the package and it says 45,000 or 36,000, and then it jumps up, is because they're showing you the lowest form, starting from the lowest, whether it's quad or triple. And then basically what Nusuk did is that they split the pricing into 5 categories, right? One of them is the services or the mashad part. Mashad means the Hajj and the services of the company, the service provider. Then the second page is the occupancy. So you get to choose the room and you get to see the price of the room per person. The third is the VAT, which is the value added tax, the taxes that are being paid, basically taxes to the country that is going to be added. The fourth element would be any additional services, and the fifth element will be your airline. So we're going to run a sample now. Obviously, you're going to click on packages. This is where you see all the packages, and they start off with the lowest to the highest in ascending order. And what we're going to do is we're going to only specifically talk about packages that are Majar al-Kabsh, not al-Ma'isam or standard and premium. So please bear with us on that. Now remember, the packages that are above 45,000 and change have not been posted yet. None of these packages, none of these service providers that have any packages, and generally speaking, they would be Majar al-Kabsh, and they would be the first line of hotels in Zone A, 5 stars in the towers, and Jabal Omar. I.e. the Fairmont, the Swiss, well, some of it you'll see is Dar al-Tawheed, but Dar al-Tawheed is after Hajj, not during Hajj. So we're talking about during the duration of Hajj, which is the 4th of Dhul Hijjah to the 14th of Dhul Hijjah. And again, the 4th of Dhul Hijjah is the 10th of June, and the 14th of Dhul Hijjah is the 20th of June. So when we speak interchangeably, we're going to be speaking Hijri and Gregorian. So remember, everything happens on between the 10th and the 14th of June. Anything prior to that is either Medina, or after that is either Medina. But most of the time you should be in Mecca vicinity between the 4th and the 14th. And some of our packages that some of them may be shifting, you'll go into Medina and then leave from Medina on the 7th of Dhul Hijjah, which is approximately the 13th or the 14th, sorry, of June, and go directly to the Mashad, inshallah. So this session, again, a reminder, not all the packages are published, not only DST supported packages, but there's other packages. Every single package that is part of the top luxury phase. And remember we talked about this. Let's forego the labels or the fancy labels of the names of the packages. There's some packages that are luxury that are not luxury. There's some packages that are premium that are not really premium. They could be luxury. It's just it's basically categorized in a different way than we're used to. So what we want to do is we want to really identify what we need. And remember, brothers and sisters, there's packages from 19,777, as you've seen. These are all excluding flights. Remember, we spoke about this before, excluding flights. And what happens here is that you need to add it on the 5th part or the 5th section in your invoice, the airline. And there's 2 options. There's group booking, and then there's also, of course, through Al-Masafir platform, as you've already tested and seen. So again, remember, none of the packages 50,000 and above, or even 45,127 riyals and above, have not been posted for any service provider, not only Dar es Salaam supported packages. So what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to give you some samples. And again, please, these are for sample purposes We are not promoting a specific program. We're not promoting a specific service provider. I want to show you as an example. All right. So what we're going to do is essentially try to find something that is in close proximity of a concept of what you want to see from hotels that we at least know. So what we're going to do is basically fast forward to last page, which is 236 items below, right? And let's say we're going to go back a bit. Now, this is, if you notice, Ithra al Khair package is luxury, zone D, luxury shifting, zone B. So again, the zoning is off a bit, I think, or there are some packages that are considered luxury but are in different zones. And this is all in Ma'isam camp. So very important. The first thing that you need to do is understand is it luxury? Is it zone A? Is it Majar al-Kapsh? Is it 14 days and under, right? That's very important. And starting from means that the system is calculating the lowest form of rooming occupancy, including VAT, the value added tax, which is the tax to the government, as well as all the other services. So this is what you're seeing here. So let's take something that we may be familiar with a little bit. Again, ITRA, MCDC, we are going to look at, let's say, for instance, Al Ma'isam. So this is Al Burj Al Ma'isam. Remember, every service provider is going to have different programs, different camps, different categories, different zones. We're looking at anything that's going to say DS. You can always search it here as DS or DST, but those are not published yet, and that's why you won't see them. Okay. So we're going to go back again. And here we are. Of course, this happens all the time. Anytime you go back, it just resets. So we're going to take something like, let's see, because I know I've heard in the chat about Dur and other ones. So we're going to take, for example, Mawasim or Sira, the company that we're also supporting, but they're only going to show DST. So as you can see here, it's MAW Elite SEA, right? So you're going to eventually see the SEA to be DST, right? Then you have Al Burj Premium Shifting. Ours is going to show Al Burj DS Executive A, Executive B, Signature A, all the packages that we actually posted in the past. So what we want to do is we want to try, this is Majar al-Kapsh as well. I want to show you a package that has airline, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Majar MAWHSR Gold is. So starting from 38,000. All right, let's click on this. This is how the package will look like where you browse it. You'll see again here, remember, it's going to be Sierra Sierra Group Holding or Abdul Latif Jamil or Al Burj, but here it's the codes that we spoke about. The code will have DS or DST. And again, the number is 38,000 per person, excluding flights. And typically you'll start seeing here the package overview. It'll give you the in date and the out date. Remember, we discussed this. It'll show you if it's luxury, what zone, how many days, and what camp. This camp is Ma'isam camp, for instance. We're not discussing the camp. I just want to show you because this has embedded airlines in it, and I want to show you how the group airline looks like. Then you have the hotels, the Sheraton Mecca, and then Valley of Medina, Ma'isam, so on and so forth. And then you'll start seeing the package services. You see a lot of them are not checked marked. With the higher packages, you're going to find that all of these are included pretty much. Majority of the services like Adahi, a Quran, a rosary, an umbrella, prayer rug, ihram, additional catering services, which is upgraded transportation, VIP transportation services, private medical attendant, SIM card, tawaf headphones, training courses, books and brochures. All of these are going to show included once you start seeing the high-end programs and the actual luxury programs that you will see that we have always been speaking about. All right. So again, it's apples and oranges. Here on the bottom, you'll see the cancellation policy. Unfortunately, as you can see, or fortunately and unfortunately, fortunately, you have until the 20th of Ramadan. So if they open up now, and let's say, for instance, we buy in 14 days from now, that would be the 1st of Ramadan. You may have up to 20 days to cancel. After the 20th, it's non-refundable. We're going to have a discussion about this in terms of travel insurance, maybe tomorrow or the day after in one of the sessions, inshallah. So we'll keep you posted on that as well. Be careful to read all the policies. We're going to also read it with you again in the near future. when the packages are out. So when the packages are out, we're going to go through all of this in great detail. You click here, it just jumps off to pages. So let's assume you like this package, and we're going to go on. So we're going to click on configure package. Remember, this is what we said in our diagram. It's going to go into the room configuration. And this package, again, this package is only providing double occupancy and triple occupancy. It's not even offering quad or single. And you can see in the configuration details on top, this package starts, because it's the mashad. It's kind of like, I guess you can call it the skeleton. Okay. The minimum is 14,388 riyals, because that's what includes the mashad or the Hajj, right? And basically that includes the VAT for that portion, which is the Hajj package of 12,000. So when you start adding the room, let's say I'm one person and I want a double occupancy, then what's going to happen is here, the Sheraton from the 10th of June to the 21st of June is 24,348 riyals per bed. So when I click on one here, it adds it on top in the Hajj package, and it also increases the VAT. So just as a room in Mecca, it now jumps up to 38,737. Now I want my room from the 7th of June to the 10th of June in Medina. Okay, so then in this case, let's see. If we click on this room is 6,800 riyals per bed. So that jumps now to 40,000 riyals. And the VAT amount is 5,500 riyals. So that gives you a total of 45,596. Let's assume for a moment you go down and you make it a triple room. The triple room goes down to 38,000 riyals. And that is the amount that they're showing starting from. So let's assume for a moment it is a double. Okay, we minus this and plus this. Then we go to next. The next page now, all of a sudden here, you have added services. You have a Medina tour. That should be included in most of our packages that are supported by Dar es Salaam. You have a Mecca tour option that you have. These are optional additional services you can add if you wanted to. Okay, so let's assume for a moment we're going to do a group transfer or Medina tour for Medina. Mecca, typically you won't have time to do any tours. The tours are the mazarat anyway. So let's say now it comes to 46,000. So then we go to the next page, which is the flights. Here, you're going to see two things, right? So let me annotate this. You're going to see the service provider's flights. It's right here. Okay. And you can scroll. And then this is going to be the select the custom flights. All right. So we're going to start first with here, the service provider flights. If you see here on the right-hand side of these flights, there's a scroll button. So it's actually a screen within a screen, and then you can basically see what options they have. So this company, this service provider, which is Sira Group, has a Al Ma'isam package that has 2 flight options. They don't specify the amount of seats, but these are the 2 flight options. You can choose either from Washington Dulles Airport and return the 21st of June, and you can select this flight. When you select this flight, which is 10,519, so that is within the range. Remember, we were saying around 11,000, 12,000 riyals. This one is 10,519. And if you click here, it's going to pop up here on the right-hand side in flights. And now, all of a sudden, this package is 56,000 riyals. Okay? 56,000 riyals is the final package here for someone who chooses this package in Al Ma'isam with the limited services and these hotels. Okay? So that is one part. Now, if we unclick the flights and say, well, I don't want Washington, I don't want JFK, and then we are going to move into the acknowledge and select the flight, which is select a custom flight through the Al Musafir platform. This will reroute you to this page. And again, you're not out, by the way. You are still holding that seat, right? So you're kind of holding that package. So essentially, just so you know, this is not going to kick you out. It shouldn't kick you out. Now, here's the screen within the screen, but the easiest way is to increase or enlarge this page. And there's a box on top of the Al Arabiya. If you click on it, it gives you a full screen for the Musafir platform. In a nutshell, you can read this information. Basically, bottom line is last day to enter the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is on the 12th of June with a Saudi carrier. Saudi Arabian Airlines, Flynas, and so on, as long as it coincides with your package. So this is going to be limited, and that's why you're going to show errors you can't just decide to choose any package you want to enter in. You have to enter after your package start date. And then basically for any other carrier besides Saudi carriers, it's the 10th of June, 4th of Dhul Hijjah, and you must enter into Jeddah or Medina only. There is possibilities of Riyadh, Ta'if, and Yanbu, but those are going to probably be part of the group bookings. And then you can exit between the 14th of Dhul Hijjah, which is the 20th of June, until the 21st of July, 15 Muharram. But that, of course, coincides with the restrictions they're going to have for our packages. So we're going to end up seeing that once you have those errors. So now, for instance, we know that this package begins, if I'm not mistaken, let's go back. Let's clarify. So here we have the package starts on the 7th of June and departs on the 21st. So I'm going to choose select a custom flight. Increase this. So I want to say, for instance, leave from Chicago. Now, here's another point. One of the bugs that still have not been fixed is that this is showing round trip, but we ideally would want to see the multi-city, so that is going to be corrected, brothers and sisters, by Al-Musafir. It will be corrected by Al-Musafir that you will be able to do with multiple city, which you can arrive in Medina and return to Jeddah. So ideally what you're doing right now, or what we're doing right now, is really irrelevant because yes, Chicago to Medina round trip and coming back from Medina is great. You're going to find a great price. But in reality, everyone is leaving from Jeddah. Majority of the people are arriving and leaving from Jeddah. So that's why you'll find the flights from Jeddah are going to be more expensive on the return. Not only that, now the question is going to be, well, I want to reduce my price. Why can't I go into Medina and come back from Medina? Here's the issue. At this time, they're not allowing that because you can only go once into Medina as a Hajj visa holder. So once you've used Hajj, once you've gone to Medina, khalas, you're written off, you can't come back into Medina. They might open it up. But this multi-city, the bottom line is this multi-city feature is going to be corrected, as well as, of course, the date of birth, by the way, the calculation, that's going to be looked at in as well. So again, you're going to see here that there's certain things blocked out. You can certainly arrive until the 10th because that's when you end Medina. But let's say we're going to follow instructions and we're going to do 7 June or even 6 June, and then we're going to return on the 21st. And when I show flights, here are the packages you'll see. You'll show a recommended one, a cheapest option, a fastest option. It's the same thing as you've used if you use any of the online travel agent bookings, whether you are in Australia or UK or Canada or US or anywhere in the world. You have all these platforms like Expedia, Travelocity, Orbitz, and anything. It's the same identical one. It's just it's the API is El Musafir. So one thing I might want to do is choose a refundable option with penalty, just in case something happens, or I can choose a non-refundable and whatever the prices are. So I'm going to decide to say, well, this one, remember, the first thing you're going to do is you say, oh, well, 10,792, then it makes more sense for me to take a booking that's a group, but this is from Chicago. But remember, the Qatar Airways one here is 2 stops. It's not 1 stop. So I want to do a minimum 1 stop, a maximum 1 stop. So I'm going to click on 1 stop, and then I'm going to choose, for instance, Turkish Airlines, but that's Medina to Medina. Remember, this is all testing. You can't do Medina to Medina, but this is all testing. So we're going to select it, and it's non-refundable. What it's going to do is that it's going to upload my information. In this case, it is, let's see. And then we're going to submit. It should submit, and then that's when the time comes to do when you're purchasing, basically, essentially what you're purchasing. So what you're going to do now is that you can save configuration of a package, not the actual airline. You can save the configuration because this is live. So your organization provided us with a document type that is not eligible for the selected flight. Please request help. Just so you know what this means is Al-Musafir has not provided a production key to Nusuk for them to be able to process tickets, right? So essentially, you can't purchase a ticket. And that's why you're seeing this error. All right, does that make sense? So we're gonna go back. So basically now you've seen the way things work when you purchase this. Essentially, that's how it's gonna work. Let's go back and say, okay, well, once the packages are up, I want to be able to be ready. So that's why they're giving you that feature called, if I select this Washington and say, you know what, I don't want to deal with any of this. I just want everything straightforward. I chose my package. I chose my rooming. I chose my additional services. I chose the group booking. I'm going to go to next. And now it's going to tell me, well, this is your details, right? Your gateway, your rooming, your camp, your services, your airline detail. These are the package services, the cancellation policy. And if I have enough in my e-wallet, again, this is all a sample, brothers and sisters. If this is not your e-wallet, okay, this is a sample. So you will have an e-wallet balance that's going to show here. And what you're going to do is you're going to save configuration. Remember, saving configuration, you can always change it later. This is basically going to help you when it goes live. You can just click, 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 buy. You don't even have to look anymore. So when you save configuration, this package configuration will be saved and ready for you to purchase once reservations are made available. So when it opens up 14 days from now, I've done all my research. I pick my hotels. I pick my package. I pick my rooming occupancy. I pick my additional services. I pick my group airline, and I'm just ready to just click. One click or 3 clicks, and you purchased. All right. So make sure you top up once you've established what you're going to get here. So a lot of people always asked us, how much should I put in my wallet? Now it's clear. You'll know how much you're going to put once the packages are out. With the exception, if you want business class or you're dropping your children somewhere else, then that's the different conversation that you would have, and you would have to see how much it might potentially cost you. Or airlines might fill up. So we're going to have a session again when the packages are out. What is the best tip to do in the event that packages or airline group bookings are done? We'll walk you through what options you should be selecting and be ready to do. So again, we're walking you through all of this. This session really was to show you the website, relieve some anxiety with everyone just not worried about the packages and worried about where's the package coming out and when it's going, and what group bookings is going to happen. All of these are going to be covered in the next sessions when the packages are actually out for viewing, which are the ones, the high-end packages. But this is just to give you some guidance on what you're seeing. And once you save it, you see, it'll show right here. So once it goes live, we're just going to click here and then purchase. That's usually what's supposed to happen, inshallah. All right. That's pretty much the part of the session that we spoke about. Again, we're not discussing right now. I know there's a lot of people asking about what vaccine. We spoke about that already. We talked about the meningitis vaccine and the possibility that the COVID vaccine is required. But we're going to speak about all of that. We're going to speak about when you should do Umrah, what time you should do Umrah, what day you're going to arrive here, and what train time you're going to go there. And all of these things are going to be spoken about after we purchase a package, inshallah, brothers and sisters. That shouldn't restrict you from moving forward and choosing a package or saving a configuration when the time comes and moving on. Right now, you need to make sure that you've topped up your e-wallet, and when you start seeing the packages, you top it up properly. Make sure you get those kinks out, and then we'll walk you through everything else, inshallah. All right. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to open up the Q&A, and please let's be specific on the page. Any questions you may have on the page. I think we've already discussed that the luxury zone A packages are not published yet. So we know that already. We know that these are all testing. We know that the multi-city will be added. We know that you can save the configuration. We know that there's going to be airline gateways and group bookings available. We know that they should correct the DOB. And that's pretty much it. All right, so I'm going to open the Q&A. Feel free to post any questions relating to this session, inshallah, please. Thank you. I see that these questions were posted before we presented. we need to be mindful of the flight that we book on Nusuk, or are all the flights shown on Nusuk approved? Yes, all the flights that show on Nusuk will be approved. So anything that's there on Musafir and they allow you to take it, then it's pretty much approved. Okay. Can we book, for example, Frankfurt to Medina? Yes, you can book from Frankfurt to Medina. You can book Jeddah to Mumbai. You can definitely do all of that as long as it's a round trip ticket. Are luxury packages that say Zone D considered luxury because they're closer to Jamarat than Zone A? No, I believe the Zone A is based on the hotel. That might be an error. So they might have to correct that. The big question is, will we know the day and time that packages will be open for purchasing? Great question. We're hopeful. We're hopeful that they'll at least give us a heads up. And the moment we know, we will let you know, of course. We promise you that. But the big question is, Allah knows best. But of course, we should have a heads up. We will have at least a 24-hour heads up, or at least we'll know that it's going to open tomorrow, but we don't know what time tomorrow. It might happen once or twice like this happened. So we'll keep you posted. Just stay on the channel, inshallah. We'll keep you posted, bismillah. All-inclusive prices upon tallying up are much more expensive after adding than what was expected. Not necessarily. The packages are going to be the same as we indicated, the range that we've indicated. How can we add a second person that's already verified in my profile? You can, Sister Daruba. Unfortunately, the only way you can add a second person now is make sure that you add him from scratch. So you have to delete that verified profile and then add him again. So I don't know if I would recommend that at this time. If the purchase of the package is a success, does this mean the visa is guaranteed? Yes. If you purchase a package, your visa is guaranteed, with an exception that maybe you're rejected for some reason unknown to us, right? If you have a violation in Saudi Arabia or it's a security reason, that's a different conversation. But yes, package of success, paid and bought, then your visa should be, inshallah, guaranteed. There might be delays for temporary residents, or I mean permanent resident holders, but besides that, generally speaking, you should get the visa. No flights available in this package. You can search for flight contracts for custom. Yes, you can. Should a couple book a single room? You can book a double occupancy. Yes, you can, 2 beds in a double room. You can stay together. If you want to share, you can do triples and quads, and the males and females will be separate. Is there any way to get more information on the other service providers like MCDC or Rawaf or Rajhi? Yes, Brother Danish, you can contact them directly. Let me share my screen one more time. You can go onto the service providers page right here and just click on their profile and click on their contact information and reach out to them. Hopefully they can help you. And of course, okay, there we go. All right. Are expecting any email notification from DST when DS packages are available? You should be expecting a message on the Telegram group directly from Dar es Salaam when the packages are up, yes. Is it necessary to register on your website to go with you? At this time, you don't have to, but if you do, at least we have more of your information, your email, your telephone number. We can reach out to you if there's a need. Someone posted online that all packages on Nusuk will eventually have recommended flight options. Yes, I believe you will have a recommended flight option, but you have to still put in the dates. So if you're searching on Musafir, you still have to put in the dates. I have Hajj visa approved 2 years ago, but could not go to Hajj because of Mutawif. Does this mean they won't? No, I believe you should be fine. It's not restricting any visas. Are we able to choose? Does DSC offer both Medina first and Mecca first options? Yes, they do. Please refer to our webinars. If the first package we wanted sold out, does it automatically select the next one? You might have to do it manually, but that's a good question. I'll note that, inshallah. We are a group of 5, 1 male and 4 females. Please show us how to select the quad room for 4 female in 1 quad. Great question. Yes. So when we go here, let's first of all, I can't do anything unless because I have this configured. So what I'm going to do is going to come here and empty my cart. So let's assume for a moment you are 5 people. You're going to select see here. Let's say you select this package, view details. And here, when you scroll down to configure package, you'll come here and pretty much see this is a double occupancy, but you'll pretty much select here 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in quad, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in quad. And basically what's going to do is it's going to allow us, if traveling through a package supporting by us, it's going to allow us to contact you later and find out the male, how you want to configure the rooming. If it's 4 females, then we'll add the other male with 3 other brothers, inshallah. Will someone who reverted to Islam need any sort of proof that they are Muslim upon arrival? No, Sister Samina, there shouldn't be any proof at this time. They're not asking for it. Different zones map. Oh, great question. So it's here in the packages. Oh, or did they remove it? Yeah, I think it was removed. Let me see. Here it is. All right. So if you click here on the service providers, it'll open up this page. And then service providers, you can click on packages here. It'll show you the map. So if you click on types of services is here, and then the proximity to Al-Haram is here. So it's under hajj.nusuk.sa packages and categories. I'm going to post this in the chat. Do you know if possible to save payment by bank, then pay by credit card? Yeah, you can do both. You can pay by credit card and you can pay by bank. You can do both. You can do multiple payments. Is there any way to favorite 5 packages? That's what they claim. It should, but they haven't corrected it yet. That's a bug. Should the dates on the Musafir be same as the dates on the package? Yes, they will be, and they'll be blocked out or they'll be grayed out for you. My screen is showing the select preferred package is pending. Is that accurate? That's fine. That's not a problem at all. Pending is fine. How many packages can we figure and save them? I believe you can only save 1 as a configuration at this time, unless they update it. If I'm booked for the 14 days, can I arrange my travel for only 12 days? Yes, you can, as long as Al-Musafir allows you to do that. You'll just basically be forfeiting a couple of days in Medina or Mecca, depending on the allowance. I reside in USA. Could I, for example, use points with our preferred airline to fly to London and then on the flight page on Musafir add the flight? Yes. So you can fly in from any destination as long as you're entering Saudi Arabia. So if you have points, you can take the points to London, you can take the points to Istanbul, you can take the points to Doha, and then go in from there. That's perfectly fine. Meningitis, we're going to answer that later. Is this the only way to buy a Hajj package? Yes, this is the only way to buy the Hajj package if you're traveling from these 126 countries, service countries. These are the countries. So if you are a passport holder for these countries, you must go through Nusuk. Unless, of course, you have a Pakistani passport or anything like that, then you can purchase directly from Pakistan or Egypt or India or wherever it is. For double occupancy, should I select 1 room? For double occupancy, you select, yes, you select the amount of people in your profile and double occupancy or double room, which is right here. Let's say. See, if you notice here now, Al-Burj, for instance, once you start adding, there's a lot of things check mark. So you'll see this. The Udhiyah, by the way, is always going to be covered in all our packages. That's at least 1,000 riyals. So remember, these little things add up, right? So here, the quad, there's no quad in this room, but this is typically what the quad will look like. Triple and double, okay? I'm a single woman or man. Is the option to share a double room with somebody else only? Yes. If you choose double, we'll room you with someone else that chose double. If you chose triple, we'll room you with 2 other people. How many package configuration can we save in the cart? At the moment, it's only 1 configuration. I'm hoping that they increase the visas and quotas, but that's neither here nor there. I mean, at the end of the day, as I think we've discussed this in the beginning, unfortunately, only 15% of them are going of us will make it for Hajj based on the profiles, and this is what happened last year. Hopefully, they increase it, but we do our part, and inshallah, the rest is in Allah's hand. Only one configuration at this time. Brother Qasim, not sure if you see my question. I might be on the way there. Do I need to pre-register to go with DST? If so, how? You don't need to pre-register, but if you want to provide us your information, you can go on our website and provide it. Again, you're not going with Dar es Salaam. You're going with Al Borj. You're going with Sira. You're going with Abdul Latif Jamil on packages supported by and guided by Dar es Salaam. Can a married couple stay with a parent in the same single triple lock? Of course. If they're your parents, then you're mihram to them and they're mihram to you. Which gateway is the best from Knoxville, Tennessee? Probably JFK or Washington Dulles Airport. Can you buy air ticket on your own outside Musafir? You can, brother Muaz. You can buy a ticket outside Musafir, but you have to buy a ticket also within Musafir. So you have to buy from Musafir, and you can forfeit it if you'd like, and then you can buy your own ticket. That's up to you. Can we select multiple service providers? And also how can, at the moment, it's not allowing you to select multiple preferred packages, but hopefully they'll open it up and we can have that demo when the time comes for that. Can you upgrade your group booking flight to business class? It depends on the airline. We'll discuss that, Sister Mahmouda, when the time comes, inshallah, for the airlines. How do we filter airport location, the packages? You cannot filter airport locations. When our packages come out, we'll provide you what airports and what gateways are going to be available for each package. And we're going to have plenty of time to go over this, brothers and sisters. Again, nothing is happening now, okay? This is all viewing. We're getting accustomed to all of this, okay? All right. Yeah, so if you're getting an error message, of course, because they haven't activated it yet, you can't make a booking. All packages for DS will have DST in the package name with service providers that DS is working with. You will have a code that says DS or DST. You should have these packages out already on the Telegram group. You should be able to read them, brothers and sisters. This is all recorded, so you can watch it again for questions to follow up. How can you choose multi-city and flight? It's not active yet. You're going to have to fix that, inshallah. Can you please make a detailed instruction or video on the custom flights part? That confused me a bit. Yes, of course. We can do a detailed video, inshallah, or instruction when the time comes when we actually have the proper context. Remember, we're doing this as a round trip. Round trip will be insignificant right now. It's completely irrelevant. But we will do it. Don't worry. Right now, there's really nothing to do, brothers and sisters. If you decided to go on those packages, those types of packages, there's nothing really to do right now. Again, even if you chose any package of the 236 packages, if they don't have a group booking, there's really nothing for you to do except save the configuration of the package and then wait until they open up for the live bookings. So there's really not much to be done right now. Is DST supported packages uploaded? I think we all know that answer. So, brothers and sisters, I'm gonna open up the chat feature, and I'm gonna ask some of the brothers and sisters who can help, please, to respond to as many people as they can for the questions that they might have, inshallah. But I believe we've answered mainly most of the questions that are relevant. Bottom line is patience. We wait. Nothing active yet, okay? You can not only go to Mecca, it's going to be a Mecca Medina package. 5 preferred packages, that's not available yet. That's a bug. The number of beds correlates with the number of people, depending. You want to share your room with 4 people or 3 people or 2 people. I'm sorry, with 3 people or 2 people or 1 person. So they'll double, triple, quad. All right, brothers and sisters, generally speaking, do we say that we've answered about 90% of the questions right now at this current time? Can someone in the chat say yes or no? Generally speaking, that we know that we're still waiting. Yes, alhamdulillah. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. Alhamdulillah. Okay. Very good. Jazakumullah khair. Wa Okay, Sister Samira, you said no. What is no? Sister Nilo, you said no. Sister Khulud, you said none of my questions have been answered. What questions do you have? All right, let's see some of these questions. Sister Samira, can a female stay with her sister and brother-in-law in the same room? Absolutely not. If you are a mihram, that your brother-in-law is not a mihram to you, but this is also a religious question you should be asking a sheikh. But yes, if that adult, male or female, is not mihram to you, then you cannot share. So you will have to share with a female stay with her sister. Yes, a female and sister can stay together, or a sister and husband can go stay together, and that other female is going to share with the room with another sister. Okay. Sister Khulud, how do we choose one quad and one triple? You can simply do that. You can plus sign the quad and plus sign the triple, one here and one here. That will walk you through once the packages are up. If you're going with packages that are supported with Dar es Salaam, we'll walk you through it when the time comes and it's posting. Shifting and non-shifting difference, well, that's something we've discussed, I think, I would say maybe a couple of dozen times. So please watch those videos and we'll do a better job explaining that as well again. I think Brother Azhar did a phenomenal job explaining it yesterday. So watch the videos. It'll be greatly appreciated. All right. Again, Sister Wahida. So what questions does anyone else have? Let's see. Is the room price included? Well, I think we walked through all of this. We walked through the process, the steps. The room price is included in the overall package. Will everyone be able to save their package preferences while in view mode? Typically, yes, you can save one. How do we see the service partner or tour guide while booking the packages? For us, we're providing you that it will be a DS or DST. That's really what it is. Not sure if this was already answered. Do we know the quota? Yes, we all know the quotas of visas, but we don't know exactly how many are going to be there. Is the e-wallet the only way to pay for a package? Yes, that's the only way. If the executive package is 86K, executive package, no. The highest package is the DS Signature A. The highest of highest is 86,000. Okay, remember, brothers and sisters, I know, I mean, it's human nature, right? When I say starting package is 61,000 and the highest is 86,000, it registers as the packages are 86,000, it's expensive. That is the absolute highest in 44 categories. Okay, you have 11 packages supported by Dar es Salaam. Every package has a quad price, triple price, and double price. So that's 33 subcategories. So that's 61,000, 64,000. That's with airline, by the way. So deduct 11,000. So if we're going to say without airline, you have 51,000, you have a quad for 54,000, you have a quad for 53,000, you have 57,000, you have this 58,000, all the way up. Okay. So remember, if you're looking for the highest of highest, that's what's 86,000. Okay. So it's not 80, it's not packages of Dar es Salaam that's supported by Dar es Salaam is 86,000. There's packages supported by Dar es Salaam that'll start at 61,000, including airfare. Okay, including airfare. Refunds, I think we've discussed the refund part. Yes, you request a refund and within 6 weeks you get the refund, less than 1.5%, unfortunately, processing fee. and any exchange fees. So make sure you discuss with your bank. Okay, any other question that is of relevance to this program? Have I answered the majority? I'm saying the majority, 90%. We're not going to be able to answer everyone's question at the same time. I know everyone is asking a lot of questions. If your question is not answered, please post it again in the chat. Let's see if we can take some more. Is Hajj visa an e-visa? Yes, Hajj visa is an e-visa. If we are selecting package and for some reason we don't get the gateway we have to buy tickets from Musafir within 1 hour. That's correct. If you can't find the package gateway, you have within an hour to buy a ticket from Musafir. Can you stay with other couple in a quad room since double is expensive? You can stay in a quad room, Sister Sanat. You can stay with 3 other sisters. Brothers and sisters, if you are a couple, husband and wife, and want to stay together in a room, you can stay together in a room in a quad, in a double occupancy. Let's say you can't afford or you don't have the budget for a double occupancy, but you want to go for Hajj. You don't have to be in the same room. So you can purchase quad occupancy. So the wife is going to go with 3 other sisters and the husband is going to go with 3 other brothers. Right? Just because you're single doesn't mean you need to take a single room. Doesn't mean you need to be in a double occupancy. Does that make sense? You can actually go in a quad occupancy and stay with another 3 sisters. All right? What else? Let me start scrolling. All right. Can you please answer my question? Here it is again. Can I book with a passport that is about to expire? Getting an error when I go to configure package today, even though I had already gotten verified. Brother Ahmed, no. If your passport is about to expire and you have not renewed it, there's a strong chance you will not be able to travel for Hajj unless you renew it. It's very simple. 6 months from the time of your departure. It's very important. You cannot purchase anything. They've got you verified with your information. That doesn't necessarily mean that you can purchase a package. I hope that answers your question. How to figure out which package is for US since some packages have regions or countries listed on them. You can purchase any package, Brother Aftab. But if you're going with Dar es Salaam or going through packages that are supported through Dar es Salaam, like Al Burj and Abdul Latif Jamil and Sira, those are for anyone that's English speaking, so you can choose that. Any other ones, you'll have to ask the service providers. How do I select 2 double rooms? I have 4 people in my family. Great. If you're 4 people in a profile, you click, plus, 4 pluses in a double occupancy price, not the quad. See here? See where these pluses are? So these pluses here, you're just going to click 4 times in the shared, a bed in a shared double room. Okay, so that will give you 4 here, means you'll get 2 beds, 2 rooms, sorry. All right, thank you, thank you. Okay, رجاء إيضاح بالعربي. يس اخي علي طبعا اوف كورس ممكن تاخد اولادك للعراق او في اي حته في العالم وبعدين تطلع من هناك الى السعوديه through دوحه اسطنبول دبي. Yes, brothers and sisters, you can take your children and drop them off anywhere in the world and enter from any city in the world within Al Musafir platform. I noticed some packages have group flight, but arrival and departures 1 day after the hotel check-in. Is that a mistake? No, it's not necessarily a mistake. There's some flights that are going to arrive a little later. You have to make the decision if you want to arrive 1 day later or leave 1 day early. It depends on the allotments. There's a lot of flight options. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. Not all the flights are booked for anybody. At this time, we have nothing to cause us anxiety. We're waiting for DST. Jazakallah khair, Brother Tariq. Yes. At this time, we have nothing to cause us anxiety. That is absolutely correct. We're waiting for Dar es Salaam packages to be posted. Then we will have more sessions before they go live. Inshallah, we will have 24-hour notice to buy. Jazakallah khair, Brother Tariq. You summarized all of it. May Allah bless you. All right. Anything else that we are absolutely missing? All right. I'm pausing again just to look at some of these questions. The group flights we are seeing in Nusuk right now. Is it real or dummy? There aren't much programs or packages that have group flights yet, but if they are there, they should be real. If we are unable to secure a package, will they refund the money in the e-wallet even after the non-refundable date? Yes, you will get refunded if you do not secure a package, period, the end. Less the fees that are there. It's partly Arabic for booking now. Will this be fixed to full English? It should be full English. There's an English tab there, but again, we'll walk you through that again. Can you please tell about the dates and flights? The package is 7 to 21, let's say. Do we book the flight on the 6th? Yes, you typically will book the flight on the 6th or the 5th, depending on how far away you are in the world. When booking custom flight, we need to select start date 2 days prior, 2 days or 1 day, it depends. And then when you book it, you click, you'll see when your arrival is, and then you just do the math. When does DST packages will be posted? Someone is asking when is Dar es Salaam packages will be posted. Can someone answer that, please? I need to just get a drink of water. Inshallah soon, yes. We'll keep you posted, bi'idhnillah. All right. Inshallah, I am not getting off until I make sure that everyone's question is answered, bi'idhnillah. My apologies if I skip through a lot of them, but we're making our best effort, inshallah. All right. I'm going to pause the chat one more time to see if I can answer some of them. It is normal. My profile shows packages pending. Yes, because the packages are still pending. Is there a difference between luxury and B or hotels only? Luxury is usually 5-star hotels, and they can be in zone A and zone B. I need to drop off my kids somewhere else, and Musafir doesn't allow me to include kids. Yes, you can book your tickets separately. So what you do, Brother Mahmoud, let's say you're going back home, wherever it is, you're going to book on Musafir, let's say from Istanbul or Doha or Dubai, into Saudi and out of Saudi. And then the other tickets, as if you're going back home anytime. You're going to India, Pakistan, Egypt, wherever you're, Jordan, wherever you're going, you book that separately with your travel agent for your kids and for yourself. And then from there, you book your own. Is it possible the group flight info shown in the package will change later? Plus or minus, Sister Sajida, might be plus or minus 1 day, but typically they're pretty much confirmed. When do the flights have to be purchased for arrival on Musafir? A day in advance or a day visa starts? It's basically the day you have a hotel, Brother Muhammad. So it's basically the day of the hotel time. And you can arrive a day later or a day after if you want, but you will forfeit the accommodation in Medina or Mecca. Can a couple choose a single room, or will we get in trouble because husband and wife want to stay in single room? You can choose a single room. I'm not sure if I understand the question, but husband and wife can stay in a single room together. It's not called single, it's called double. Single means one person. It's called a double room. So you'll have to select the double room 2 times, plus. What's the best financial option for a family of 5 booking with Dar es Salaam from an occupancy perspective? Great question. If you want to be together and not share rooms with anyone, then it would be a double and triple. But let's say you're looking for the best budget, you would book for all 5 a quad, and you'll have 4 individuals in one room, and the 5th person would share with another 3 people. That would be the most cost-effective way. But So, because you said best financial option, so I'm not sure if it's best financial option with regards to the lowest budget or also comfort. So I gave you both answers. Does DST package have flight included? Just to be clear, brothers and sisters, these are not DST packages. They are Al Burj, Sira, and Abdul Latif Jamil packages supported by Dar es Salaam. Okay. And yes, the Dar es Salaam supported packages will have airline options, and we will walk you through the gateways once they are published. Do we buy travel insurance from Nusuk? No, you do not buy travel insurance from Nusuk, but we will provide you some guidance on travel insurance options when the packages are out. If we arrive in Medina 7 to 8 hours after the group flight arrives, should we arrange our own transit from airport to the hotel? I believe the service provider will provide you those details depending on when you book. Can we also book flights on Nusuk if they are European airlines? Yes, I believe I answered this, brother. Any airline that shows in Musafir, then you can buy it. We were informed that our entry into Saudi Arabia can only be possible through a Hajj-approved flight booked on Nusuk. That is correct. All the flights have to be booked through Nusuk, which is Al Musafir or the group bookings. Packages with flight dates, yes. What does mixed cabin mean? Mixed cabin can be basically economy and business, business and first. That's mixed cabin in airlines. Thank you. The flight's also shown only Arabic for me. English doesn't it change it? Yes, you can change the English. I have seen it. Maybe they're just it's glitchy on that side. So if we do a quad occupancy due to budgetary constraints, will we be seeing our spouses through the Hajj process, or are we pretty much distant for the whole? No, of course you'll see them. You can see them anytime you'd like. It's just when they're going to the room or using their private restroom. But besides that, you're together. We've discussed the visa quotas. We're not going over that. Well, the cheapest DST package, 61,000. Yes, Brother Ali, 61,000 including airfare. Okay, 61,000 including airfare. We'll be probably shifting, inshallah. All right. Let's see. All right. Brothers and sisters, I am gonna start taking hands raised. I'll allow you to start talking now. Let's take some voice questions. Again, we're here until everyone is satisfied, inshallah, okay? So we're gonna start with Ali Jawad. Please ask your question.
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. كيف الحال أختي؟
الحمد لله. سؤالي بالعربي ممكن؟
تفضلي.
اوكي. اول شيء اني زوجي ما حصل فيريفيكيشن، فشون اقدر احذفه من الحساب؟ وثاني سؤال عندي انه الباكج ما تطلع لي فور ريفيو، يعني ستيل انه شوفني بيندنج، فما اقدر اشوف هذا الحكي اللي هسه شرحته كله بالشاشه. اني ما يبين عندي، يعني ستيل اني بس انه الاكتيفيت اي والت عندي 18,000 بيها، لكن اي شيء ثاني ما اقدر اشوف، فهذا شيء طبيعي؟
Okay, تمام. So I'm gonna معلش يا أختي, I'm gonna say it in English first وبعدين أقولها بالعربي, okay?
اوكي.
Okay. So the sister is asking that she wants to delink or delete a family member. I'm gonna walk you through all of that. And also she's saying that she can't see the packages. فأول حاجة أختي, the packages لو بصيتي فوق على up on top في زرار اسمه packages. لو
اوكي.
عملت حضرتك كليك عليه هيظهر الباكجز اللي موجودة حاليا. بس لسه الباكجز اللي تحت دار السلام لسه ما ظهرت هنا.
اوكي.
هنا في الباكجز field. With regards to removing someone, you're going to click on the profile image here on the right hand side, and then you're going to look at my family. هتعملي كليك على my family. هنا my family لو هي في شخص في الفاميلي هنا ممكن تعملي له delink أو deactivate.
اوكي، جزيل الشكر، ممنونة، الله يرضى عليك.
Brother Ahmed with an A. You there? Brother Shahid? Sister Sabine. Can't talk, it's perfectly fine, but I'm just clicking, asking you to unmute. Eric Hamza. Anyone else has any questions? Minhaj Fatima. Bek Utkur.
Yeah.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Alaikum salam, sister.
Yeah. I cannot look into the packages which are supported by DS. Are they not released yet?
No, they're not released yet, sister.
Oh, okay. Jazakallah khair.
Wayak.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Can you hear me, brother Ahmad?
Yes, I can hear you.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm calling from Philadelphia. This is Big Outcore.
Yes, how are you?
I'm doing great, doing great.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
Brother, I don't want to take you too much time. I want to be, I really want to go to Saudi for Hajj, inshallah, this year.
Inshallah.
I just heard about you a couple of days ago. What's the best? Probably I have to see all your videos. I have to listen to that and then proceed all the information you did.
Yes, inshallah. But we'll walk you through it. I think you sent your number. So
Yes.
we'll reach out to you, inshallah. We'll have a conversation.
Very good. Thank you, brother.
Okay,
Salam
thank you,
alaikum.
Brother Big. Thank you. It's great
Thank
to
you.
talk. All right. Who do we have? Let's see. Eric Hamza. Again, brothers and sisters, we're not leaving until we answer everyone's question, inshallah. And anyone in the chat, if they can help their dear brothers and sisters, it'll be greatly appreciated. Wa iyyakum. Okay. Sophia's iPhone.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Wa alaikum assalam, sister.
Okay, so my question is, like, let's say if I don't get the Dar es Salaam package and I choose any other package that is mainly filtering by measural cups, right? So when I come to book the flights, so there is no flight from Canada, from Toronto. So I opt out to get the flight myself. Is that what it is at this point?
No, at this point, you have to purchase it within Nusuk.
Within
Musafir.
within
you
the
have to.
it is taking me to to the screen. I think Al Musafir or
Yes,
and
and Musafir, yes.
it-
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So once I pick and when I press submit, I'm too scared that it will go to
No, there's nothing working now. Sister
Nothing
Sophia,
is
there's
working.
now. This is all a test.
So should I press the submit button
You
in
don't
order
have to
to
press
see the
submit. What do you
price?
need to what do you need to submit for?
Because it is taking me to a submit button at the screen.
Yeah,
Once
but
I
what are you intending to do with the submit button? You saw the options. This is basically just to get comfortable with the page. You're not buying anything now. The system is not working to buy. So there's no
Okay.
need for you to do anything now. You're good. You just sit back and relax now.
Oh, okay. Until when then? Until when?
Until they say we're ready to open it for you to buy. 10 days to 14 days.
Okay.
Yeah, inshallah. Okay.
Thank you.
You're
Jazakallah.
very welcome.
Bye.
Rafiq, Ali Jawad.
يس سر مرحبا أنا مرت الرخ
Yes.
حاولت أسوي اللي تقول لي عليه بس ستيل إنه ماكو باكجز ما عندي باكج ما أقدر أسوي لها ريفيو.
يبقى هو لسه عشان حضرتك I think زوجك لسه في الفايل لازم تشيليه الأول.
أوكي، جزيل الشكر.
Yeah.
شكرا.
No.
مع السلامة.
وإياك brother Tamir. Alhamdulillah. Yes, I'm glad it was useful. I know there's still a lot of kinks, brothers and sisters, and we're working through it. Wallahi, yani, I've been working. We all in the background. There's a whole team working in the background, making sure that they speak to every single person, every party involved, to make sure that we have the best information for you, inshallah. All right. I'm gonna lower all attendees' hands. Okay, everyone is lowered, and then anyone that still wants to speak, please raise your hand again. وإياكم. ما شاء الله. Muhammad Ahmed.
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم
السلام عليكم
السلام.
ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام.
So if let us say the package I'm picking is going to Medina first and going to Mecca next. Since I want to get out of Mecca when I finish, instead of going back to Medina to return, can I have the arrival date to be on Medina? So that way, sorry, in Mecca, so that way I can go Mecca on the same day, and I just don't know how that logistics is going to work.
So say that again.
So the package that I'm looking at shows Medina first. So let us say from June 7 to June 10 is going to be in Medina, and then after that it will go to Mecca, and from June 10 to 21. So what I would like to fly is, let us say I'm flying from US and I want to go directly to Mecca. So because the flight, the test site they put it when I went to the Nusuk website, it doesn't give you multiple return place. So what I'm trying to do is to go fly into Mecca. Then on the same day, maybe if there are any kind of possibility for me to go to Medina, so that way I will check into the hotel that the package offer me in Medina, and then basically then go back to Mecca, and then from Mecca leave to
Okay, got it. So first of all, they're gonna change that. You're gonna have a multi-city option. Okay. So you'll have to be able to follow the direction of the package. Okay. So if you're going to do a return on Medina and going into Mecca, then chances are after you book, the service provider is going to ask you where you're going to stay in Medina, or the system might not even allow you. So it's better that you follow the instructions of the program. And when they correct the Al-Musafir page or upload it or update it with multi-city, you'll be able to enter Medina and leave from Jeddah.
Okay, so I can update the return to be from Mecca.
No. Well, you can from Mecca. You can update whatever you like, but it has to follow the instructions of the program.
So let me ask you this question. If the package is offering you Medina first and Mecca next, but after you finish Mecca, you don't want to go back to Medina. You want to get out of Mecca to your country. How do you do that without going back to Medina?
To Jeddah. Yeah, you're going to come back. So, Brother Muhammad, let me clarify again. Right now, when you are on the Musafir page, you're going to say, let's say you're going to go from London. So London, and you put Medina, it's going to show London, Medina, and then coming back Medina, London, correct?
Correct.
What I'm trying to tell you is you're going to change that, where you can actually put London, Medina, and then return Jeddah, London, which is the closest airport to Mecca. So what I'm saying to you is that you can do that when they correct that system. Does that answer
Is the price going to change significantly because of that, or is it going to stay the same?
It might. We don't know yet, because that's at one point, that's when you are able to buy. So that's going to take at least 10 to 14 days from now. Prices might change.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Brother Qasim, you've been waiting patiently.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
My question is about the packaging. So when you choose a package, let's say price is 19,777. You click next, and then you see the package went up slightly, like 21,000 plus tax.
Yes.
And that's for me and my wife, who are two. So I expect the price to be around 40,000. So I'm not sure that's.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's the whole point, right? Like, when you're trying, I mean, again, and I'm not trying to say if it's negative or positive, right? But typically when you go purchase somewhere, anywhere, right? Let's say, and again, and I'm sorry for the lack of, for the comparison. I'm not trying to compare Hajj to a car, right? But when you're trying to buy a car, right, it goes starting from 28,000, right? And then all of a sudden you're going in and you're buying a car that's 50,000. It's the same car, correct?
No,
That's
my
the
question
car.
is the price that shows up first, is it for one or two? There's no
No,
option to choose.
starting from is one person, and then when you go inside, if you are two people in the profile, then you're going to be able to add to for two people.
So you add only the bids, right?
Correct.
That's what
You
takes
have to
the
add
price
the amount
up.
of beds. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's no option to add two persons, so we have the full price. You just need to choose the number of bids.
Yes, that's correct. So
Okay.
in order for you to move forward, you got to use the number of beds. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're
That's
very
not my question. Thank you.
welcome. You're welcome. All right, brother Fawad, I think, or Fau.
Yeah.
السلام عليكم.
Yes, walaikum salam.
فوزية.
Yes, Fawzia. Okay.
ممكن أسأل بالعربي؟
Yes, you can ask in Arabic and I'll translate, inshallah.
شكرا. بالأمس كان فهمت من الميتينج إنه أفضل طريقة إنه تاخد تضع قروش amount على حسب الباكيج بعد ما تختاره، فصعب جدا عشان تعرف المبلغ، وعارفة إنه البروسيسنج حيكون سريع جدا. فلو ممكن تشرح لي بالضبط لما انت تقوم تعلن انه الباكيج التابعة لدار السلام available now، انا المفروض نعمل شنو؟ اخد اول الماني ولا اساسا بعد اختار الباكيج و how it is work؟
لا اختي حضرتك لما once الباكجز بتوع دار السلام supported by دار السلام هيبانوا، احنا هنعمل شرح تاني وناخدكم واحده واحده ان شاء الله، ما تقلقيش. حاليا you don't have to do anything. Okay.
اوكي شكرا.
العفو العفو.
Assalamu alaikum. I believe someone unmuted us, so I don't know.
Yes, sister. Go ahead.
Jazakallah khair. Thank you so
unmuted
much.
a bunch of people, but some people didn't respond. But yeah, thank you so much.
Got it. Yeah, thank you so much. We really appreciate all this work. May Allah accept it, inshallah, and reward you. It's not a question. We just kind of want to recap and see that we're all on the same page. So inshallah, the next, I don't know, 2 weeks, we're going to go through the packages. Once they're live for viewing, we're going to decide which ones we want. We're going to, prefer the 5, star them. We're going to know a day ahead once they go live for purchase. Inshallah, we're able to kind of log on. Our wallet will be full. We will purchase them, inshallah. And then in that process, you can customize the flights, if you will, but you can't necessarily do it separate, right? So it all has to be a part of those next 2 weeks, decision making, I mean. And then the very end, inshallah, once it's live, you will purchase it if if it's right for us, and then that's it. And then we'll worry about vaccines, visas, everything after the fact. Is that right? Is that everything? We're on the same page?
Well said, Dokti. Thank you so much. Can I ask you, can you do me a favor and write that for me, please? And send it over to me on Telegram.
Sure, we will do that. Okay.
You've summarized the whole thing pretty much. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right. Salam. Bye-bye.
Brother Eric. Assalamu alaikum. You there? Did I lose you again? Hold on. You there? I'm asking you to unmute.
Oh, salam alaikum, brother.
Alaikum salam. There you are.
Oh,
okay.
Thank you, brother, for taking the call, and you're doing a wonderful job. Really appreciate it. My questions, I just have a couple of questions. Very simple.
Yeah.
When we select the package, right, and I have my wife going with me. When I select the double room, I would put the number 2 in there for 2 people for that one room, and it would double the price of that package, correct?
Correct.
Okay, great. That's it. Simple as that.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Brother. Appreciate it. Yeah. All right. Rajayul Karim.
Yes, assalamu alaikum, brother.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, brother?
I have a question I know that DST offered that 10th June, let me see that, 10th June arrives and 23rd June depart. Is not, this package is not listed here yet, right?
No, it's not yet.
So if I choose that package, so it arrives is 10th June. So when should I start takeoff from JFK?
Well, first of all, you can choose a group booking that's going to be on there. And if not, if you're going from JFK, then you depart on the 9th of June because naturally New York is a little closer, so you can leave the day before. But let's say, for instance, you're in Los Angeles, you'll have to leave on the 8th of June.
Okay, so in that case, 9th and June for me. So another question is, I was trying to test one of the bookings there, and when I try to booking that said that booking is not there, I have to select custom in that case. So is the booking is not default by group first, then?
No, you can select either one. You can opt in or opt out.
Okay. And also I have my wife, when I try to book there and I see her date of birth is different than
Yes,
her
it's a 1
wife.
day. It's based on a UTC calculation plus 300 or plus 3 hours. So they're going to correct that as well. So you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate
All
it.
right. Thank you. Bye.
All right, brothers and sisters, we're just gonna take a 1-minute break, and our dear brother Azhar Zaidi is gonna take over. He's gonna look at the participants who have their hands up, and we'll ask them to unmute and answer some of these questions, inshallah. Brother Azhar, you are where, so I can add you? Is this you? Brother Azhar, are you there? Let me know when you join, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam, sir. How are you? Can you see the hands raised?
I can, right now I see,
I think about 60 hands raised.
no, I can't see that.
Okay, so 1 second. If I make you as host, can you see the hands raised now?
I am the host. I'm trying to see. I've got chat.
In attendees.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
I see the hands. 61. Yes, 60. Yes, I do see that.
So you can kindly click on one of them and ask or allow to talk and ask to unmute, and then you can mute them back every time they speak after you complete it.
Sounds good. Thank you.
So if you want to start, you want to start with probably Imran Mirza. Is that the first person you see?
The first person I see is Shahid.
Yeah, but he's not talking, so we're.
Yes, hello.
Yes,
Yes.
Shahid. Okay, go ahead.
Yes,
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
So we are husband and wife flying from IAD, Washington.
Mhm.
And then, so if we choose quad occupancy, so we click twice, right? For the 2-person.
If you're using quad occupancy, you will click on the quad section, not the double occupancy section.
Okay, quad section,
Yeah,
2
and you
times.
click it twice, yes.
Okay.
What
And
will
then-
happen though is that because you are a husband and wife, you cannot have another male and female in the same room because that's not a mahram relationship.
Yeah, so male to male and female to female.
That's
I understand
correct.
that
That
part.
will happen, yes.
Yeah. So then after that, it's what is the next after choose the rooms? I mean, quad room. After that is what, flight or what?
After you choose the quad rooms?
Yeah.
Yeah, so look at the options that you have available. Let me see, why my screen is frozen here. I don't have that.
Okay. Say for example, after that we choose. I mean, the hotels is available, or we have to choose the hotel first.
I think you have to follow through the process of selecting the package and then
Okay.
choosing the occupancy, and then you follow through the package will come up with the hotels, and then there are upgraded services that it gives you. And you have the choice of the airline, either the service provider giving you the airline. If you don't want that airline, then you have to choose from Musafir, whatever it's making available to you.
Well, from IAD is Turkish, Qatar, and Saudi Airlines.
If the service provider is giving you that, it's not
Mhm.
what the airlines are flying from, it's what the service provider has made the arrangements with. And that will
I see,
show up.
okay.
That will
Okay.
show up with that package. And you have
Okay.
to choose one of them. And if you want to say, no, I want to do something different, then you'll go into the Musafir section and then choose from there.
No, that's too much headache. I'll go with the group. So
So you have
when
to find out your service provider, what they have done, whether it's
Okay.
Turkish or whether it's Saudi Airlines or whether it's anything else. And that will show up in the screen and you have to choose from them.
Okay, great.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. Who do I have next? I have Ali Shirazi. Are
Hey,
you
brother.
there?
Assalamu alaikum. Yes, I'm here. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
I have a bit of a situation. My wife, she has an Indian passport, and she has a green card. But now, on her Indian passport, she only has her her given name is there, but the surname is blank. So when she got her U.S. green card, um, they took that surname as they basically took that first name from that Indian passport and put it as her last name on the green card, and the first name they said FNU. FNU means first name unknown. So basically, on her Indian passport, she just has she on her surname it's blank, and first name says that's her name. When I'm putting that in the Nusuk app, uh, obviously I tried multiple ways. I tried dividing that name. I tried leaving it blank. Obviously, it wouldn't let me leave it blank. I even tried putting FNU as her first name and then putting the whole given name in the last. I know it's so confusing. I know. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. I call them. They're, they. It's not helpful. They don't understand the concept. So I'm just wondering what are my options at this point.
That's a unique situation. Generally speaking, I would use the names as in the passport to fill in the form as presented by Nusuk. So when you created the profile for
Right.
yourself and you added your wife, just put in the same names as is in the passport.
Right.
And it did not allow that, you're saying?
Well, on her Indian passport, her last name it's blank. It has nothing on it. It's completely blank.
Okay, because the visa will be based on the passport, right? It's a
Right.
combination. So it'll be based on what's on the passport, and they require you to have a last name. People
Yeah.
have
So
sometimes only name. Sometimes they'll repeat the first name and the last name as the same, because that's the name given. And
okay.
and so you'll take the first name, also put it as part of the last name. What they've done in the United States, if they've given her first name as her last name and put down the first name as the first name unknown.
Correct. That's what they did.
Right?
Yes.
Because the last name is the one that is required to have. First name can
Correct.
be an initial. So you have to have that as the last name. You can put the same thing as a first name, and you can try and see if the profile is created based on that.
Okay, let me try that. I did not try that actually. I didn't think of that.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it.
One more question. So I know I'm trying to follow through the whole the webinar. As far as packages goes, we're looking for the DS package, and those are not released yet. Once they are, we basically select that package and basically go through whatever is needed according to your criteria and select the flights and then pay for it. But we're still waiting on the packages, correct?
That is correct. So we had 3 service providers, and I think I went through it yesterday fairly extensively in a webinar, going through what those packages look like. And if you have access to the recording of that, you can watch it again. You will see that from Al Burj and Sira and Abdul Latif Jamil, they will actually name the DS packages either DS or DST, and you select from them. And then when the packages are out, again, when they're out, all you're doing is configuring the packages. You're not actually buying anything at this time. So that
Okay.
you know exactly what you're looking for, you know what the packages are. You have made up your mind, you've made up your decision. You also know how much money you have in the wallet and what's missing from it. So you have time to top it up. And when they say it's now on for sale, all you have to do is click because you had saved the configuration and you can purchase it right off the bat.
Got it. Got it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, let's see now. Brother Muhammad Qureshi, are you there?
Yes, I am. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa
You
rahmatullah.
guys are doing a great job, so thank you so much for everything. So I have just a weird question. So let's say when the packages are out for purchase, right? And we know that they're gonna go really fast, right? Because everyone's gonna be going for them. So if none of the packages that, or my configured package is not there anymore, it's sold out, and the only ones that I could really get is by let's say Al Raji, but that package did not have a USA flag on it. It had like Great Britain. Could I still, do you know if you could still purchase any, because these are global packages, could you still purchase and then configure your flight, or no, we're out of luck?
So the first time they're doing this thing is that they're actually making available the packages globally to all the countries. Even though I think if you're seeing a Great Britain package, it's because somebody is configured for them, but it does not prevent you to purchase that. The only thing will be that if you were to look at the flight options, you might find that they have a flight paired with a package coming out of London.
Right. Yeah. When I do that, it's actually not showing any group flights.
If it's not showing any group flights, yeah. Let's say later on, when if it doesn't show any group flight, then it's up to you to actually purchase the flight through Musafir.
And then you go do it that way.
If it showed the group flight, you have choice. The choice would be either you fly into London and join them, or you have the choice would be to again have your own flight through Musafir. But it wouldn't stop you from doing that. But coming back to the first one, you can configure more than one package. And as I said, if you have enough money in your e-wallet, to me, the Achilles heel in all of this, based on last year's experience, is that people had their packages and they were right in the. So here's my scenario for everyone to listen to this. You have limited visas. And what's going to happen is that the first folks that go in and start looking at it, it will take it right to capacity. And the rest are now waiting. They can't go in because it will not allow more than the visa capacity. Even though the packages are greater in number than the visa, it will stop at the visa capacity. So now you have whatever window that is, an hour or so, to go out and make that decision of purchasing. You had pre-configured the package, more than one maybe, you've saved it in your profile. You pick one, you click on it, and you buy it, you submit it, and it comes back and tells you, oh, by the way, you don't have sufficient funds in your e-wallet. And it'll give you an option to go and top it up. Now, you're still holding everybody else back because you went in and you got in. And as soon as you try to top up your e-wallet, and should there be any issue with with your bank flagging it as perhaps a fraud transactions, or your credit card doesn't go through, and you lose that booking, you're out. And now you're trying to get back in again, and somebody else got it. So this is why it's important that once you figure out what package you're looking for, which is why they're putting it out there early enough, that you make sure that you have sufficient funds, because when the time comes in, and if you're one of those fortunate ones that gets in, it's a matter of just clicking it to get it, and not have to worry about, so I didn't get it, now I have to look for Al Raji or something else. So whatever you're looking for, all packages are published globally. Make sure you have made up your mind before they say it's time to purchase.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome. Okay, let's see. I'm just randomly booking here as such. Taimur?
So I know that this is not a live platform yet, but when I'm going to I've heard that other people were able to get to the flight page, but I tried different packages. I tried logging off, logging on. As soon as I try to get onto the flight, it says an unexpected error has occurred with the application. And I
They're
just
still,
want to know is
they're still
there
having
anything?
they still have bugs in them. So they're still
Mhm.
trying to sort it out. It's not 100% there yet. And I mean, yesterday when they started listing the packages, and I think it crashed a few times.
Right.
I'm just worried that I tried different packages, everything. Is there something wrong with my
No,
application that I need to fix beforehand, or?
no,
Brother
no.
Zeddy.
If you had a verified profile, that's the only way you can get it.
Yeah, Brother Azhar, can I answer that question? I actually know the answer to that. The
Sure.
reason why you're getting that unexpected error is you have to clear your cart. You have to empty your cart from the package that you were trying to configure before. If you don't do that, it will give you that error on the flight selection.
No, I only have
Always
one
start
package.
fresh.
The first
Correct, but
time.
try it again and make sure you're starting fresh and there was nothing in your cart from
Yeah,
before.
I tried, logged off, logged
Mhm.
on, everything.
All right.
Everything I tried. It just every time different packages, different everything. It still gives me
Mhm.
that, and I don't know if there's something I need to change beforehand, or because I don't want to
Mhm.
run on that day when they start booking. I don't want to run into the same error.
If you had nothing in your cart and you still got this error, then I would wait till the error resolved. But if you had actually emptied your cart and you're still getting the error, then there is a bug. You would not be able to go in if you didn't have a verified profile. So it's not
Yeah.
nothing is wrong with your profile.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Sophia's iPhone. Hello. Sophia's iPhone. You're already on mute. Okay. Brother Abdullah.
Hello? Sorry.
Hello. Yes. Go
Hi,
ahead.
this is Sophia. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. So again, my question was, I think it is the same question that the brother before me asked. So if let's say I'm in Toronto and all the packages from Toronto that are configured like the getaway are gone. So if I book one that is from, let's say Britain, that means like I have to find my own ticket to England to pick up that package, or do I have to go and configure my own ticket from the Musafir, making it from Toronto?
First of all, if you pick a package from that's listed in any country,
yes,
if in the configuration part of it, the flight will be listed. If the service provider is providing a flight, it will be listed from that country.
Yeah.
You can choose that flight and then add yourself a flight from Toronto to get there before that flight. So you join them from there, right? That's one option. It's one option. Second option is you can ignore the provider's flight and get your own flight from Toronto through Musafir, but you still have to book it through Musafir.
Okay.
Because if you don't book it through Musafir, it would not consider your package to be complete. It is offering you, they're responsible for providing all the services, including flights. So if they list, the service provider lists a flight, that's your option. And if that flight happens to be from England, from London, for example, now you would have configured all of this and you would have bought the package. Now your package starts where? London. Now you have to yourself now, outside of Musafir, go buy a ticket from Toronto to London to join the group and return after the group returns to London. That's one option. Second option is, I don't want the group flight. Then you go into Musafir for that package in Nusuk and select your flight. Okay. Latifa?
Assalamualaikum. For my question, I think some people are trying to help me in chat, but I was testing. So I added a package just to see how the system works. And then was saved as a preferred package, but clearly I want to get the DST packages when they're available.
Okay.
How do I don't know if it's a caching issue or a bug, but I removed it from my cart, but it's still hearted on the dashboard.
You removed it completely from the cart? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. The only thing would be that I would.
Brother Azhar, if I may interrupt here.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so sister, I think what you're doing is that there's a difference between service or save configuration and preferred. So if you will, see here, let's see. So let's assume that this is in my configure package. So I'm going to empty my cart, right? Are you seeing what I'm showing?
I'm going there right now. Sorry. I was in the unmute.
Okay, I'm sharing my screen, so maybe it might be beneficial for everybody. So if I go to my cart, let me know when you see it.
Yeah, go for it. I think I see
so
it.
I'm gonna go to my cart and empty my cart, correct?
Yeah.
So right now, hypothetically, if I go to dashboard, it's still showing something here, right? Is this what
Right.
you're experiencing?
That's the experience, yeah.
Okay. So what I'm doing here essentially is because I preferred this package, I hearted it, right? I
Okay.
made the heart. So if I go to packages and go to MAW HSR Gold, right?
Yeah.
That's the one I have, not yours. You see, you're gonna see here that says preferred package and there's a heart there. So
Yeah.
if I unheart this, it's gone. So when I go to dashboard, it's no longer there.
Okay, I'll try that again because I did try to unheart it, but it was still showing. So I'll definitely give
Fine.
that.
It wouldn't matter anyway. It's
Okay.
completely insignificant. You can go in manually anyway, and then once you choose another one or save a configuration, it's perfectly fine.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. No, that's
Thank you.
good to know. Thank you.
Sorry about that, brother. It's after all yours.
Thank you. Saik, I'm sorry, I had one more quick question, if that's okay.
Yeah, please go ahead. Sister Latifa, go ahead, please.
Okay, and then for the packages, I've put I've allocated money in my e-wallet as per, the guidance and stuff for the executive and so on. But if, let's say, I don't get the packages that I want and I've put too much money in my wallet, does that also get considered for a refund, like the difference that stays in the e-wallet if we
Yes,
do
it
get?
does. Yes, it does, minus their commission fee, whatever
yeah.
that is. It is definitely anything excess is going to be returned. There'll be
Okay.
a separate process for it.
Okay, perfect. Jazakallah khairan. Thank you. Thank you both.
Welcome.
Sorry.
Walaikum salam. Brother Abdullah? Abdullah.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate all the leadership and help for everybody. May Allah reward you. My question is basically, I'm going to use Musafir to travel from Dubai. If I'm using Medina first package and Mecca second, Mecca last package. So I'm gonna travel to Dubai to drop off the kids. So my question is, can I, to understand if I
You're on mute again automatically. Can you unmute yourself, please? With Abdullah, we can't hear you.
I think you can move on, brother Hassan.
Mecca is your for Mecca you choose Jeddah basically, right?
Yes.
So
If your question is, can you go from Dubai to Medina and then return from Jeddah through Musafir? You can, but right now Musafir is not set up for multi-city, but they're working on it. They will fix that, inshallah. But you can actually go from into one city and come out in the other, inshallah.
Yeah. But my question is also, my second question is basically for Mecca, you choose Jeddah, right? Because there is no
airport in Mecca. Jeddah, there's no airport in Mecca. It's Jeddah.
Okay. That's that. Yeah. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Jazakallah khairan.
Wayakum. Okay, I'm just going to go randomly. Anila? Anila, are you there? Anila?
Hi, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, well, I guess I did not raise my hand, but I just posted a question some time ago. Only thing I wanted to ask was, when does the countdown starts for viewing? As we were told that we have 10 to 14 days.
So they've already started loading the packages up, and they're also working out the bugs as they're seeing it.
So we start from yesterday?
That's correct. So
hypothetically,
yes,
okay, gotcha.
hypothetically. So I mean, don't count it to the last day as to when the countdown starts. I mean, I would say to you when the packages are all already there, and I think maybe it's a matter of in a couple of days, and then you go in and you configure your package, and now you're waiting for the actual sale start.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay. Brother Samir. Brother Samir, are you there?
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Okay, for doing all this. I have two questions actually. One question is about shifting package. So if we, let's say we are going to Makkah first and then for Hajj days, we will move to Azizia. So from Azizia, once we finish our Hajj rituals and when we go back to Azizia after 12 or 13, will we have any facility to come back for doing the farewell tawaf to Haram? Like bus services will be there to
But the Samir, farewell tawaf is a requirement of Hajj. There is absolutely going to be facilities available for you to go from Azizia to the Haram. There'll be a place that will be picked as a drop-off place, so you can go and perform your tawaf al wada, come back and back to your Azizia and pack up, and from there you can move to Medina.
Okay.
What's the second question?
Second question is that in Al Musafir, we are leaving from US, but in case, I mean, I don't know whether will there be an option just to pick the ticket from some other city? Let's say I just book a leg from Dubai, Dubai, something like that. Can you do that or?
There's when you're picking from Musafir, you can pick anything from Musafir. I think the idea here is that, if you pick from Musafir, they're looking for your entry into the kingdom and your exit from the kingdom. They can't tell whether you're actually originating your travel from Dubai or you're originating your travel from the United States. So if you wanted to actually pick something from Dubai because you want to go on your own to Dubai,
Right.
you can through Musafir.
Okay.
And then the rest is up to you.
Perfect. All right. Jazakallah khair.
Wa yakum. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Sister Fari.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Yes, I have actually a two-part question that I think you might have answered, but I wanted to ask. But if we have extra money left in the wallet after paying for a package, will that be fully 100% refunded, except the foreign transaction fee?
That is my understanding, yes.
Okay, got it. And my second question is, if we're not able to get a package with the money in our wallet, will that also be refunded, except the fees?
If you did not buy anything, you'll be refunded except the fees. Yes, that's my understanding.
Got it. Okay, Jazakallah.
Wa yakum. Thank you. Brother Asil Al-Sayed.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Yes. Assalamu alaikum. I just have a
Alaikum
question,
salam.
please, about the flights. So obviously you said the flight or the packages from US are not out. I'm just trying to play on the Nusuk website with the flight thingies just to get a try. Is it possible, is it better, first of all, to reserve the domestic flight in the US through the Nusuk, or just do it something like through Expedia or something? And the other question is that, whenever I try to hit, for example, if the package does not have any flight, so I try to buy any random flight just to get an idea about the price. The problem is, it's for example, if I put, for example, from New York to Jeddah, so it's bringing me back and forth or round the trip from Jeddah to New York, and most likely we will be in Medina, we will be arriving to Mecca and then leaving from Medina, for example. So how can we do that? It's gonna be much easier if we buy the package with the flight included, but I mean, just in case we were not able to get the one with the flight included, I mean, is there a different way we can do it through the Musafir or no?
So
Thank
number
you.
one, you have to buy your flights for going into the kingdom and out of the kingdom through Nusuk, whether it is a service provider that provides you a flight from JFK or from New York, or whether you choose to actually purchase from Musafir. Right now, Musafir is not allowing multi-cities. It's not allowing you to start in Mecca and leave from Medina, but my understanding is they're working to fix that. So you have to wait until you're able to find a flight through Musafir. That is, if you're not going anywhere, the best option would be to take whatever service provider is providing you. If you are not happy with the service provider's flights or the airline, then you can opt to go with Musafir. And again, it'll be fixed, inshallah, soon enough that you can actually go into one city and come out of the other city. As
Okay.
far as your domestic flight is concerned, it has nothing to do with Nusuk or Musafir. I would first confirm the package. And now that you have confirmed and paid for it, and you know which flight it is that you're flying internationally, then I will go out and purchase my domestic flight from there.
Okay, and just worried about connecting the packages, like if it was domestic separate from the international.
They will be
But
separate. They
okay,
will not be the same. The
okay,
domestic will be separate, and you are responsible for making sure that you get to that international port of departure on time. They will not hear any excuses that says my flight was delayed. That's not something. If you missed your international flight, you missed your international flight. So you have to make sure that your domestic arrives sufficiently ahead of time that you can then go to your international port of departure. Second thing that I always advise people that if I'm taking a domestic, I will never check my luggage all the way through to Saudi Arabia. I will check my luggage in the domestic port of origin to the domestic port of arrival, and I'll claim my luggage. Then I'll walk over to my international flight and check it in myself, because sometimes between the domestic carrier and the national carrier, the luggage transfer may not work, and you go on the other side in Saudi Arabia and your luggage does arrive. So you want to avoid that. So you have to allow sufficient hours between arrival at your international port of departure and the departure of the international flight. And that is strictly your responsibility.
okay, thank you. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Take care. Hila. Hello.
Salam alaikum. My question is, can a family member meet up with me for the non-Hajj portion of the trip?
Meet up where?
I would like to, since every package is a minimum of 10 days, I'm going by myself. Can a family member meet up with me for the non-Hajj portion of the package?
Meet up where? In Saudi Arabia?
Wherever I'm going to be, since I can't just do the Hajj and leave, I have to stay there minimum 10 days. So can I have family member meet me who's not performing Hajj?
No. You have to have someone performing Hajj to be in Mecca and Medina at that time.
Okay.
Or at
Thank
least have the profile in Nusuk, or at least buy the package. I think that people who have visit visas or tourist visas that may be valid for a duration of the time, when it comes to Hajj time, they normally suspend those visas. They will prevent anybody with a tourist visa to actually arrive in Medina or in Jeddah, because they know that Hajj is on, and so they are going to suspend those visas arrival in those ports. So you cannot have somebody with you. And I've had similar questions about, what if I take my kids and drop it off to my family that lives in Jeddah? Well, if your kids are going to go, then they're going to go through Nusuk. That means you're buying package for them, even though they're not performing Hajj. So number one, child under the age of 12 is not even allowed to start with. So I don't think that will work. So you will have to have those performing Hajj only to go through Nusuk. Nobody else can join them, unless you want to have a family member with you that's going to be with you, just because you want somebody with you, but they have to still buy a package to Nusuk.
A full package?
There's no other way.
Okay, Jazakallah khair.
Brother Asad, if I may interrupt, I see something in the chat with one of the individuals saying if we can announce the packages will be ready to buy made on the WhatsApp group, Hajj Group 2024, instead of the Telegram group. Brothers and sisters, we do not have a WhatsApp group for Hajj 2024. We've had previous ones for the years before, but our only approved official announcement group is on Telegram. There's one, no chatting, no discussions, major group on Telegram, and then there's an open discussion one. We do not have any other groups. If you were sent an invitation or posted a link of all these spam links, there's a lot of spam groups out there, okay? None of it is endorsed or part of Dar es Salaam Travel, okay? So if you do want to follow them, that's up to you. But anything else besides the Telegram, Dar es Salaam groups, there's nothing else that we have on WhatsApp. Thank you. All right, Brother Azhar, if you want to take a few more, and then you can end it whenever you like, inshallah, because I think most of the questions are starting to be repetitive.
Okay, Mariam's iPhone.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Jazakallah khair, first of all, for your efforts. I have a question. The 10 days packages that are supported by Dar es Salaam, are all of them are like Medina first?
We have, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I believe so. They're all Medina first.
Okay, Jazakallah khair. And one other quick question. If I choose a package, for instance, if it's like a starting is like 7, and I'm not satisfied with that flight and I choose from Musafir, and if it's later date, that's okay, right? For example, the flight is...
Musafir will give you that option.
Saying that we're going to switch finance.
Hello?
Hello? Yes.
The Musafir will allow you that. So Musafir, when you go in, let's say it's starting the 7th, which corresponds to the 1st of Dhul Hijjah,
right,
and you're looking for a flight, Musafir will tell you, look, I can't get you anything on the 7th, but can I get you in on the 8th? Or can I get you on the 9th? If they do that, what that means, because it will only select flight based on the package you chose. So if you can't find in the 7th and the 8th, it means you're shortening the number of days where you're going to be. So if you're supposed to be in Medina, for example, from 7th to the 10th, but
Right.
you're arriving on the 8th or the 9th, you're still departing Medina on the 10th.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I see that. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa barakatuh. Sister Iram. Hello. Iram Imam.
Hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Assalamu alaikum. Jazakallah.
Salam wa rahmatullah.
So my question is regarding like my husband profile and my profile both has been verified, but my husband passport is expiring in June, so we have applied for a new one and expecting to get one next week. So my question is that when I enter the new information, this profile have to be re-verified, or it will just be a matter of edit information and then we will
It
able
will be re-verified. The
It will
profile will
be-
be re-verified.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I'll take a couple of more. Sayyid Alam.
Yes, hi. I'm sorry if this question has been answered before because I came a bit late. Looking at the room configuration and flights, one of my, I've got just a couple of questions. The first question is, if for husband and wife, if I'm in the same room, should I be picking a bed in a shared double room? Is that correct?
That is correct. If you picked a double room for 2 people, and if it's a husband and wife, then they have that room.
So when you move on to the hotel section, those columns, then you just do one for that, or do you do two for that?
You in a double occupancy, you'll pick 2. There are 2 people in a double occupancy.
So when you go to the hotel, like Makkah Hotel or Makkah Hotel 2, you have to add 2 there on that column, select quantity.
For the people, yes.
Okay, okay. And then you move on
You
to
have
the
separate profile or same profile?
same profile in one family, husband and wife.
Yeah. Okay.
So I have to click 2 for that hotel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you move on to the flights. When you pick up the flights, which is say already given by the providers, you pick up the flight which is offered. Again, that will take for both individuals.
It will take based on the profile, yes.
It will take both.
Yeah,
And
based on the profile.
And the last question is once you have configured it and saved it and you're ready when it's go live to buy, would you be able to say, for example, like you said in some of the questions, that once it is, if it's not on sold by the time you go in, and that is no longer available, can you go back, and do you have to go through the configuration process again?
Yes, that's why you can configure more than one. So you can have my first choice and my second choice, have those in your profile. If the first one is sold out, you go to the second one.
Okay. Okay. And you put all those things in the cart. And you can.
Sorry, go ahead.
You can, yeah, you can put all of them in the cart, correct? Like 3 or 4 choices.
In the cart, yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Take care. Okay, I'll take this last question. Subhanallah. Sister Shahida, Sheikh. Sister Shahida. I see the hands are up. Okay.
Assalamu alaikum, brother. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
So, brother, I have 2 questions. One is regarding the package. So, let's say if we select the package and we don't get the getaway, what do? We go to the Al-Musafir and select a package within 1 hour. We get only 1 hour to select another flight.
If you are selecting the package right now when it's being made available to you to view, and there's also a flight available, you can do both.
And for some reason, if we don't get our getaway from, let's say, in the package,
Then choose a different, you have a choice. You can go to Musafir. Let's say if you have a gateway of Houston and you can't get that, but Dallas is available, well, then take Dallas and make arrangements to get to Dallas instead of flying out of Houston. Or you can make get a package that's going out from Washington, D.C., and you make arrangements through a domestic flight to what. You'll have those choices depending on what's available by the service provider. Not all of the gateways will be available by certain airlines, but see what's available and make that choice rather than customizing everything to Musafir, which is always an option.
But do we have like that time frame, the 1 hour? Is it true? Like we have only 1 hour to choose a flight from Al Musafir, or no? For some, if we don't get, because I heard that in the Zoom before, so that's why I'm confused.
No, so when the time comes for sale, if you have already configured and you had chosen the flight, then it's a matter of clicking it and it's going to be confirmed based on that. If you are going to then choose a flight when the time comes for sale, then however long Musafir takes, but you have a time window to make that choice and complete the sale because there are people waiting in the queue.
All right. So my next question is for shifting and non-shifting. So if you have someone with disability, which one you prefer for them? Which package is the best one? We want to go with the A category, like highest one, but which one you prefer? Is it shifting or non-shifting?
If somebody has disability and there's somebody that will support that person, then the best thing is to actually have a non-shifting package. You're not moving out of the hotel. You're not moving the luggage out of the hotel. You have access to the hotel. It's a matter of getting a ride there.
Okay. And let's say if we, in non-shifting, if we choose what do you call Ajizia, is a good choice to go to Ajizia or no?
No, non-shifting means you retain your hotel in Mecca. You don't have
okay.
Azizia. Shifting is where they have the temporary accommodation in Azizia.
But that's far. Azizia is far.
It's a walking distance. It's a walking distance, right? I mean, it's a walking distance through 110, 112 degrees. If you can make it, right? It's available to you during the manasik of Hajj, right? It's not a bus shuttle service to Azizia because Azizia is just outside the other side of the tunnel. You don't have necessarily a bus shuttle services to Azizia. The buses will not be even allowed in near the camp. If it's been like this the last few years, the buses will be on the other side of the tunnel. And that means that when you walk through to the other side of the tunnel, you have already walked through almost 80% to your destination in Azizia. Right?
Okay. It's not a good choice for someone with disability.
Yeah, because you
So
also have to move the stuff, right?
yeah,
Once you have somebody with
yes,
disability, let them sit in one place.
yes. So
That's why you should take non-shifting.
yes. So with the regarding about the wheelchair, you know how they have people, you can pay them in Makkah for someone to pull the wheelchair. Do they have any option in here that someone can pull the wheelchair or no? Like, can you hire somebody in the in these 5 days in
I don't.
Medina?
I don't think they will have because remember, the 5 days is not just the people who are there. They're there for Hajj. So to have
Okay.
labor come in without
Yes.
Hajj means they're performing Hajj that may be restricted. So I will not
Okay.
count on anybody being there just for the sake of being hired to push the wheelchair. That's what I'm saying. If you have somebody with disability, then there should be a family member that can help with that person during the
Yes.
manasik of Hajj. Okay?
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jazakallah khair, Brother Asad, if you want to close it, inshallah.
Yeah, so basically, inshallah, we'll have more sessions. I know it sounds like, you're having sessions every day. We're just presenting this to you as we are finding out ourselves. Of course, when our packages are going to be available, we'll have a session. There will be able to opportunity for questions as well, and then we'll be able to show you the configuration. And I'm hoping that this is all helping you understand. Nusuk still has some bugs in it. They're still working on it. They're still fixing it. Musafir still has to work for multiple cities. So there's still a work in progress, and we'll have sessions as needed. But I'm hoping that these things are also helping you understand how the process works and what you need to do to get ready for when the sale happens. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant ease to all of us. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala invite us to perform Hajj. Those who are sincere should always make dua to Allah, because it is neither Dar Islam nor Nusuk nor the service provider. It is Allah that invites you to His house. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.